Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Banned from 65 international territories.
Hi there, and welcome to 360 Gamercast, the world's #1 British gaming podcast.
This is 360G.
Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 48 for Friday, the 4th of December 2020. I'm your host, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby, 360G. And joining me on this fine evening is...
Dougster.
And Sensei Switch.
Hey, so this is the PlayStation 4 Special. There will be a normal show on Sunday as well. That will be out on Tuesday. The reason it's taken so long to get the PS4 Special done is because people are having a tough time getting hold of PlayStation 5s, and we was supposed to be having Crown the Man on, but he's fallen ill. So I've got Darren and good old Dougie. I didn't realise Dougie had picked up a PS5 until he mentioned when he was watching the Twitch stream last week. So happily have him on. Long-time community member is Dougie.
I've been about, yeah.
You have been about... do you know what's really weird? Just going off topic, just slightly. Oh, thank you, Peeves, for your Prime membership to the Twitch channel. So on my folder, I've still got all the old 360 Gamercast audio, and within that is a folder with all the thank you messages that people sent for episodes 150 and episodes 200. That's mental, isn't it? I've still got that audio. I was listening to it just before the show. Brought a little tear to my eye that we're back to 48. So, I think in total we've probably done over 1,000 podcasts now, easy. So, yeah, it was a shame we didn't keep the numbers going, really. But I don't know what number we left Mojo on now. Can't remember.
400, somewhere like around there, or was it about 500?
Oh, it was much more than that. It was
Did we go up to the thousands?
No, I think we got up to okay, maybe we haven't done 1,000 yet. I think we're close though in total. I think we were close. I don't know, pretty close. 12 years, nearly 13 years, I think. So, long time. Anyway, we're here to talk about PS5. Obviously, I don't have a PS5, even though I do keep on seeing on the social media that they are popping up every now and again. Game had some in stock this morning. I know Argos got some in, and so did Amazon, but they sold out very, very quick. So
people can get more kettles and stuff delivered to them.
Yes. So don't be paying the scalpers off, people. Just be patient. They will come in stock. But yeah, Darren, you got yours on launch day. Dougie, did you get yours on launch day as well?
I did indeed.
Oh, I bet you were like kids on Christmas Day.
I had 2 days booked off work to sit and play it. I was like, I do, thanks very much.
It's nothing like that feeling of getting a console on launch. It is a very special feeling, knowing that you're...
I think it's the first one I've actually got on launch.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, I've got some really good memories of getting, the Xbox 360 on launch, queuing up at Tesco's at midnight for it, and then getting the Xbox One on launch day. It's just a nice feeling. And anyway, I'm rambling on. So just tell me some of the stuff about the PlayStation, guys. I mean, it looks like a cool system.
It's white.
And it's chunky.
That's it. That's the end of the show, guys. Thanks.
That's it, yeah. Once I put it on the shelf, I don't even notice how big it is. It's there now, so it's staying there.
Do you have it horizontal or vertical?
No, lying down.
down. Oh, okay. Did I put PS? Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just got distracted.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could stand it up anywhere unless I have it on the floor next to the telly.
Yeah, having it on the carpet's about the only option I have. So mine's down on a entertainment.
Oh, okay. So you got them like both lying down. You got them
Yeah,
both lying down. So it's meant to be upwards, isn't it?
It's I suppose that is the design of it, but yeah, like I say, my entertainment system and unit doesn't really accommodate for sort of vertical standing things. So
Oh, you don't have enough room. I think that's going to be a problem with a lot of people, isn't it? They can't.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a tall old
the only thing that
stand it up. Sorry.
Yeah, the one thing that bums me out a little bit is obviously PS5 on its side, fine, looks fine.
Yeah.
Xbox One Series S or X on its side blatantly looks like it's on its side because the actual Xbox logo, which is the power button, is on its side. It's not the right way up.
Oh.
You can't even see the power button on the PS5.
No, it's a really small little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the black bit.
area.
It's a black button. Unless you're up close, you wouldn't even see it.
Oh, okay. So have people been having troubles finding the button then?
No, it's obvious. It's just like if you've sat further away, you wouldn't even notice it's there. So
I always turn my systems on with controllers anyway.
Yeah, I think I've used the power button once.
Yeah, makes sense. So, what was your first impression when you unboxed it? Did you think, "Oh my god, this is an ugly motherfucker," or did you think, "Wow, this is a beastie system"? Look at this controller. Just go over the hardware a little bit.
When I took it out of the box, I actually quite like it. And when I was looking at videos of it, like when they were doing the release videos and that, I was like, "Oh, I'm not sure whether I like it or not." But seeing it there and put it on the shelf, I actually quite like it. And the controller looks awesome as well. So it goes both ways as well.
What about you, Darren?
Well, yeah, it looked like big when I first got it, but then after a while, it's sort of perfectly fine. It was quite simplistic actually for a PlayStation. Usually, like they pack their systems quite spangly, fancy in the box and everything. But this was like quite bog standard. Like normally, you open them up and you get like big wedge of instruction booklets and everything and stuff like that. But this one was quite bare bones. I think by this point they pretty much know that you expect to know how you set up stuff. You just plug it in and make sure it's connected to the telly. This lead goes here, this goes there, job done.
There is a little instruction book in there just in case, but it's kind of buried underneath everything else.
Okay. So the hardware is cool. I mean, are you happy with it being white? I mean, I've seen some videos of people spray painting it black just to try and fit it in, or does it just not really bother you, the aesthetics, to be honest?
Personally, it doesn't bother me, but I have seen people, like, you spray it different colours and do different patterns and stuff on it. I imagine at some point they will bring out customised panels for it, because they seem easy enough to take off, so I don't think it's going to be like a immediate thing, though.
Okay, cool. Okay,
yeah, I'm going to pick up. I will pick up black like sleeve things when they and controllers when they eventually release them, just so it fits with everything else. Because it's like I've got 4 machines under my shelf, 3 black and 1 white, with like a big black streak down it.
So the big white fins, as I like to call them, they detach, right?
Yeah.
So I can imagine that some third-party companies will just make fins.
So Sony have already stopped them from doing it.
Really?
They've patented it, apparently.
Oh, for God's sake.
Because there was a company, I can't remember what the company was called, but there was a company all set up, and it had thousands of orders for, like, the fins, as you call them.
Yeah.
But Sony kind of stopped them from doing it.
So that's a
they had
bugger,
to
isn't it?
cancel all the pre-orders and refund all the money and everything.
That's weird because you can always buy skins for consoles, as
Yeah.
Darren just mentioned. So I don't understand why a company can't sell fins. I mean, I imagine there'll be a dodgy Chinese company that you'll be able to buy fins off from eBay.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at that straight away that they want to do their own official ones, and this is gonna obviously they're
charge
gonna
a bomb for them.
they're gonna charge you more for the official ones than this company will do. So that's gonna kind of undercut their business idea. So that's why I think they basically shut them down.
Yeah, because I can imagine when they do like special editions of their exclusive games, they'll come with fins, maybe like Spider-Man.
That would be nice rather than
stuff.
actually having a brand new whole console and stuff.
Yeah. I think it would be a cool idea.
I remember on the 360 changing the faceplate on that every time, like they brought one out and that.
Yeah. I've still got my original Xbox 360 with my England flag faceplate from the World Cup.
Yeah, I've still got all of my Dead Rising ones and stuff, and other ones lying around somewhere. But obviously, PlayStation did the changeable plates last gen anyway with the PS4, the original PS4, not the sort of rehashed version. They had like a black sort of plate you could slide off.
Yes, I remember now. Yep.
Was that
Japan, you could. Sorry.
I was just to say, was that the smooth bit of it? You could change that bit, was it?
Yeah, the smooth laminated sort of shiny part, and I ended up importing, I think it was a Samurai Warriors 4, which was like gold etched kind of faceplate thing that slotted in into the same spot. So you could actually get, like Japan did quite a few of them. I think over here we got like 3 or 4 designs that were all a bit poo, really, but
if you can import them anyway, it don't matter that much, does it?
No.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's the console. Is there anything else you wanted to mention on the hardware of the console side that you think needs worth mentioning, or is different, or?
At first, I don't know if it's hardware or software because they seem to have sorted it, but I don't know if you did, but at first I seemed to have some issues charging my controller off of the USB ports on the front.
I haven't had to recharge mine yet.
Fair enough.
You obviously haven't played it enough, Darren.
Probably not.
It did charge it. It was just very slow, but they've updated the software, and it seems to be putting more power through to the USB ports. And it seems to be charging it much quicker now. So they've sorted it, so I don't mind.
I thought they'd have just left it as is, so then they could have basically got people to pay out money for that charging station.
Yeah, well, you would have thought so. Yeah. I am still going to buy a second controller at some point.
Yeah.
Because then I'll do what I did with the PS4 controllers, and whilst one's charging, use the other one.
That's exactly what I do with mine.
I'm not in a rush to buy one though, because they're like 60, 70 quid, aren't they?
Yeah. That's a lot of money, but I mean, they look decent because
they're worth it. They feel awesome.
Yeah, well, just tell me a little bit more about the controller, because it looks. The design looks completely different to the PS4 controller, and I've heard a lot of good things about the haptic feedback, and even Phil Spencer from Microsoft has come out and said he's very impressed with the PS5 controller as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't used it very much apart from on Astro's Playroom, because Valhalla doesn't kind of incorporate it that much.
Okay.
No.
But when I was playing Astro's Playroom, as a minute into it, I could feel the controller was really different and stuff.
Like how? How? I mean, how's it different?
I don't know how to explain it, but like a slot machine, it's got the big lever on it, and
yeah.
There was one bit on Astro's which you kind of put your arm on the lever to pull it down, and the left trigger just went quite solid to pull it down, as if you actually put intention on it to pull it down. Whereas the right one was just obviously loose like it normally is.
Mm-hmm.
And the haptic part of it, they just had the controller on the screen, and it's got a motion sensor in it as well. So if you tilted the controller forwards, it did that on the screen and stuff. and the harder you shook it, the more you felt the vibrations in the controller.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you just kind of gently shook it a little bit, it hardly vibrated at all. But if you full on shook it in your hands, then you could feel it. You could feel the difference.
Oh.
So if games make use of it, I think it'll be a really good combination of things.
Okay. I
mean, even when you look at the controller, like it is quite basic looking, like for a controller itself. Like, I think that the PS4 controller looks more technical, if that makes any sense. Like looking at it, but whereas this one, it just seems almost completely moulded.
Yeah.
Bar obviously the black part. You've got the speaker bit down the bottom, which picks up your voice.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing, so you don't really need mics. And then you've just got pretty much your D-pad, your 4 buttons, your dual analogs, and your different shoulder buttons.
The one thing I have
they
noticed...
must obviously have different motors in different parts of it, because I have noticed with stuff like Spider-Man, you'll feel the vibrations and the shakings in different parts of the controller.
Cool.
It doesn't just rinse the same sort of thing like the old controllers do with the single vibration.
I know with FIFA, I haven't upgraded it yet, but I'm upgrading to the PS5 version. I think I could do it today, actually. I don't know what the date is. Yes, I can do it today. But if I upgrade to the PS5 version, they've updated it so it uses like the haptic feedback and the triggers and that as well. So if you absolutely nail it with your right foot, you'll feel it on the right-hand side of your controller and stuff like that. So that'll be quite cool.
I have noticed one thing about the controller that might make some noobs struggle a bit, and that's the action buttons: triangle, circle, X, and square. They're not coloured anymore. They're all white. Yeah, because you know in some games where it has the you have to press a button at a certain time and it has like the triangle and it's green.
Yeah.
Well,
do you know what I always wanted?
Go on.
I'm a bit gutted that they didn't light up when you pushed them, like with the colour LED underneath each button. That would have been so good.
Yeah, but just think how much battery that would consume.
Yeah, not much more than what I think they use. Like generally LEDs or the
they don't use a lot.
They don't. No, they don't really use much, and they last for quite ages.
Yeah, that would be cool. Actually, I'd like that. And then, like when you press it, like they dim a little bit and then come back on again or something. Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, personally, I don't ever look at the controller whilst I'm using it, but maybe some people do. I have noticed with the backlighting on the controller around the touchpad whilst I'm playing Formula 1, it changes from green to red depending on if there's a flag up and stuff. And
okay.
When the lights go green and that, so it does change. It's quite cool, to be fair.
Okay.
I think with the PS4 controller, obviously the light was on the back. I very rarely tilted the controller up to see what color the light was. I was like, I'm not. I can actually see it on the controller now without having to move the controller.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's better that it's on the top now.
Yeah, I mean, only proper noobs like Nicky need to look at their controller to know what button to press, eh? Yeah. Okay, so...
It can get confusing sometimes, obviously, with certain controllers, like we said before, about the A and the B.
Yeah, 100%.
Stuff like with Xbox, and then on Nintendo, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Same with the X and Y, I believe.
Yeah, they're different way around, 100%. Is there anything else you want to mention on the controller, guys? Because it does look very, very cool. And I know, obviously, Darren, you haven't played the Astro's Playroom, but say, Dougie, when you were mentioning the haptic feedback, I mean, is it something that you hope that is implemented into more games?
Yeah, I think if the developers choose to put it into the games, I think they could use it really well. I know they've given examples of like using it with a bow and stuff like that.
That sounds
like
cool.
With FIFA kicking the ball and stuff.
What's actually bizarre, kind of funny, is it's a bit gutting in a way that Hellblade, which obviously was a PS4 exclusive by Ninja Theory, which then went there. They are now a Microsoft developer. But obviously, Hellblade was pretty much a game entirely based on sounds and stuff.
Yes.
They could have done quite a lot with the controller, the haptic feedback, and the speaker, I think, with another Hellblade game. But obviously, that's not going to happen now, is it?
No. No, it's not. Wow. Okay, so is there anything else you want to mention on the controller, guys? Or is that it on the controllers?
I think I'm good on the controller.
Okay,
no, we've pretty much covered most of that. Yeah.
Yep, so the controller looks cool and you're both very impressed with it. That's a thumbs up from me.
It feels good as well. Yeah. Like, one of the other things I have noticed is by extending the bottom part of the actual controller, like the sort of wing parts, as we'll call them, like all of my fingers now fit comfortably on that.
Yeah.
Whereas before, like your sort of small finger and the finger above it sort of were previously right down the bottom of the PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Unless you got tiny little hands.
Yeah, or unless that, yeah. So it just seems to fit my hands a little bit better.
Okay, well, that's good. Cool. Okay, well, tell me more about the software, the games, the UI, all your experiences playing the machine. To listen to the rest of this week's episode, visit patreon.com/360gamercast. There, if you subscribe from as little as £5 a month, you will get a full episode every single week of the year. Also, you will get your own RSS feed that works with every single podcast app available. Every single podcast episode will go to that, so you do not have to mess around at all. And this makes it easy and convenient for you to listen to every single episode of 360 Gamercast. For more information, again, that website address is patreon.com/360gamercast. Thank you.